we can cleanse the system. I'm completely convinced. And Shailesh was mentioning an example of one of a common friend in a particular situation where he went to the politician or he went to the government and said, I have this problem, but help me sort it out and tell me what do I have to do for it, party funds or donation or bribe or whatever you want to call it. And the guy said, no, you don't just create jobs, create employment for my state. I think that's the kind of thing we can achieve in this country. But it needs all of you all to really make up your mind and act like whistleblowers to the few bad rotten eggs in the system. Ultimately, I was speaking to chartered accountants. I'm a chartered accountant. I was addressing a good big bunch of chartered accountants in Indore yesterday. And I raised this issue that ultimately, tali to do haath se hi bajegi na. If all of us chartered accountants take it upon ourselves, and there are probably 200,000 chartered accountants in the whole country. And in practice, even less, 83,000 chartered accountants in practice. If every one of us decides that I am not going to pay a bribe come what may. And I remember we have a thing called articles, training for 3 years when we study the chartered accountancy course. My senior had never given a bribe. He would go again, and he was a person afflicted with polio. He had a complete hunchback. It was very difficult for him even to walk. But 2 things he taught me in life, and they have I think they've been, that training has stood me in good stead all my life. One, he taught me that in a balance sheet, even if you find a 2 rupee difference, don't accept it. It has to balance. And we didn't have computers and stuff like that. So I remember sitting nights on end trying to balance sheets with a calculator and struggling to achieve it. And his logic was simple. A 2 rupee difference could be 2 crore on one side, on the debit side, and 2 crore and 2 rupees on the credit side. So ultimately, he ingrained in me to be fastidious about accuracy, which I think is also something all of you are required to do in your profession when you do self-assessment or calculate the tax and calculate the assessable value and whatnot. But the second thing he taught me was that we are not going to give a bribe. When we go to the tax office, we go to any of these places, we will stick to the requirement. If he calls us 10 times, we will go 10 times and submit the data to him. But under no circumstances are we going to take a shortcut. Now just imagine, you must be 10, 20, 50,000 freight forwarders or custom house agents? 5,000, that's even more simpler. If 5,000 of you take it upon yourself that we are not going to cheat the system, we are going to make sure the right amount of tax is paid, we are not going to pay a bribe to any of the officers, and if at all anybody is circumventing the system from amongst the 5,000, we are going to act as whistleblowers. It's not a difficult job. Believe me, a level playing field is great fun to work in. We used to have huge corruption in real estate in Mumbai. We got one good commissioner. I don't know, whoever comes from Mumbai must be knowing of Subodh Kumar. One good commissioner, he cleansed the system. He set up a set of guidelines which now everybody has to follow. And it's great business. I mean, everybody's on a level playing field. Nobody can short circuit that system at all. So I want to make an earnest appeal to all of you. Think about it, deliberate on it. May the industry leaders sit down with all of you and try and see how it can be done. But mark my words, it's not impossible. It is possible. And if I can come back to your convention next year, where we take this pledge that under no circumstances a custom house agent, and if anybody does that, he'll be thrown out not only of the profession, but first from your association. I think that would be the best way to end a valedictory session of your association. And I would urge all of you to give serious consideration to that. Just one small intervention I'll make and I'll wind up because I don't want to come between your music evening. I see there are a lot of spouses here. But I raised this point because of the large presence of ladies in this room. I think all of us are a privileged section of society. Everybody sitting in this room. We have had good education. We have access to good health care. We don't have to go to a municipal hospital or We don't have to suffer the ignominy of not getting health care when we need it. We all travel the world. We are all people of means, people of intelligence, and people who have taken it upon themselves to give up, unfortunately. We are people who have decided that nothing can be done and society cannot change, the system cannot change, and therefore we remain aloof from the political establishment or from social or societal obligations. I want to appeal to all of you, and especially to the ladies, as your men go to work and make their living. All of you should take it upon yourself to engage with some activity which gives back to society. It need not be politics, though I would urge as many of you as you can to engage yourself in politics, because it's very easy to sit over there and criticize politics. All politicians are bad, all politicians are corrupt, all politicians are useless. It's great conversation over a drink. It's great fun to criticize, which we are all born critics, I think. But it's very difficult to go and engage in that. When we learned computers in the good old days, the first thing we were taught was garbage in, garbage out. So if all of you are going to remain aloof from the political establishment, and the scum of earth is going to get into politics, I say it with a little trepidation, because a good person like Arif Bhai, who in my opinion is one of the finest politicians India has seen, who stood on a matter of principle, who stood for the nation's sake at one point of time and sacrificed his political career to a large extent. But such people are there in politics. We have such people. But imagine a situation if all of you were to become the Arif Muhammad Khans and to get involved in politics, to get involved with public life. And there I wanted to add a little bit of an addendum. It's not necessary that everybody has a liking for politics. Ruchi honi chahiye jo bhi kaam kare. So maybe not politics, but any social cause, whether it's educating the girl child, whether it's fighting for the rights of some tribals near your place of work or stay, whether it's even as simple a thing as your neighborhood resident welfare association or your building society. Some engagement where you get the satisfaction that you've given back to society. I think if each one of us was to start taking it as a task, as a commitment, that I have to give my 2-bit back to society, I think India can be an even greater place to live in. We can actually look at that glorious days back again. It's very many times you hear the old people, I don't know if Arvind Bhai also says it, कि पुराना ज़माना अच्छा था, अब सब बिगड़ गया है. So let's try and change that paradigm and say कि नहीं, अब जो भी है आगे और अच्छा ज़माना आएगा. Let's look for a bright and prosperous future for India. And the first step, of course, is an impending election coming 6 months, 9 months, maybe even earlier in the country. If not anything else, at least get your neighbors, your friends, your relatives, and you all personally, register yourself as voters, go and cast a vote. I don't mind you vote for any political party. That's the least of my concerns. But at least engage with the political process to cast your vote, to register that you are interested in this nation, to register that you have earned the right to criticize what's going wrong, rather than vacation on the day of election. Oh, we've got a long weekend, now we can go to Lonavala or we can go to Mussoorie and chill out. So that's my earnest appeal to all of you. India is going through trying times, India is going through tough times, businesses are bad, economy is looking down. But as I mentioned to the persons on the desk in the earlier, over coffee, in my opinion, India does not have economic problems. Our deficits are not fiscal deficit or current account deficit. If at all there is a deficit, it's a deficit of vision, it's a deficit of leadership. And if all of you engage in this journey as we go forward, I'm sure we can sort out these deficits well. Thank you very much for calling me here, and I look forward to engaging with you again. Thank you.
So I must admit that you've actually ignited our minds this evening. Thank you very much, sir. And as you had suggested, I will take your word and follow the protocol also for this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, on that wonderful note, we are truly honored to have with us Shri Arif Mohammad Khan, former Minister of Civil Aviation. Let's have a huge round of applause as I now invite Shri Arif Mohammad Khan to share a few words with all of us.
President of the Association, Shantanu Bhai, Chief Guest of the evening, Honorable Piyush Goyal ji, Shri Arvind ji, Shri Shailesh Bhatia ji, ladies and gentlemen. We have, all of us, listened to profound words of wisdom and very good advice. And the presence of the musical instruments in the background is constantly reminding us that the main agenda of the evening, after 2.5 days hard work, is not those who are sitting in the front, but those who are behind the screen. I had requested Shantanu ji to invite me to one of your business sessions so that I could have learned something about your profession. But possibly fearing that I might apply for a job with him, he refused to do so. And I am honestly, I'm reminded of a small anecdote where 2 cows were grazing on the roadside field. And a milk van passed by. And it normally has written on it, pasteurized, vitaminized, etc. milk. So one cow said to the other, "It makes you feel so inadequate." I am feeling the same here. I don't know what to say. But I have greatly benefited by attending this valedictory function. And I am not going to waste any more of your time. Even otherwise, as they say in the West, the after-dinner speakers always face this risk. And we have not yet, you did not have your dinner yet, and you are also waiting for this music program. And I am again reminded of another anecdote that a after-dinner speaker made a long speech. Then somebody sitting around the table who had consumed more than his share of alcohol, when he could not take it any longer, he took the bottle, the contents of which he himself had emptied, and he made an aim at the speaker. But since he was inebriated, the bottle, instead of hitting the speaker, hit the chairman. And the chairman, after being hit by the bottle, he sunk below the table. And from there he said, "Hit me again, I can still hear the swine." So, I know you have waited with great patience for too long. I would like to thank you very much for inviting me to this gathering, giving me this great chance of meeting so many people here. And I know Piyush ji since long time, but first time I came to know that he is a wonderful speaker. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for sharing those valuable words with all of us this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I would now like to invite Mr. Sailesh Bhatia, Convention Convener, to present the Thanksgiving for this valedictory function. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sailesh Bhatia.
Chairman Sir, Shantanu, Honorable Piyush ji, Arif Mohammad Khan ji, Arvind Bhai, I would like to ask friends, do you want me to go into details of every person whom I should thank or make it short? Short, very short. Okay, I'll do that to the best of my ability, and I hope that I don't miss out anybody in this whole process. I would firstly like to thank our Honorable Chief Guest, Shri Piyush ji, and Arif Mohammad Khan ji also for consenting and gracing our occasion. Arvind Bhai for giving the valedictory address. And above all, also I would like to thank Shantanu and the EC committee for having reposed their trust in me and making me the convener for this convention. I would also like to thank all delegates who have participated in great numbers and helped us make this convention historic for our association with the largest participation. I hope if there have been any errors, omissions, they are forgiven and forgotten. I would like to also thank the dignitaries from the Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Shipping, CBEC, other government undertakings as well as ministries who have graced us and addressed us. I would like to thank all the speakers, and I'm going by your word that I'm not addressing and taking each one's name, making it short and sweet. I would like to make special thanks to our sponsors and a very special thank to our sponsor, All Cargo Global Logistics, Mr. Shashi Kiran Shetty, who at just a simple request agreed to become our principal sponsor. So it's really, I'm really thankful to him. I would like to thank all our event partners who have also consented to collaborate with us and help us make this convention beautifully. A special thanks to the convention committee and the office bearers of the association for having put in all the hard work which has resulted in a good convention. A very, very special thanks to Amit, who has always stood by me and helped me get this whole thing together. A very special thanks to Hotel Leela for giving us all the wonderful hospitality that they have done, and our event manager, Attitude Events, who have helped everything go so smoothly. I would like to thank each one. Thank you all over again, and I hope that after the completion of this event, you have a wonderful evening with the Bollywood night which we have planned. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, as we've had the wonderful presence of our honorable dignitaries. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, as we've had the presence of our honorable dignitaries here, it is only befitting as we now decide to present the Presidential Cup for this evening. Ladies and gentlemen, I would request Mr. Piyush Goyal to present the Presidential Cup. Yes, all the dignitaries, and I'd like to invite the advisors, the past presidents and the chairmen to please come on stage. May I invite, of course, we have Shri Arvind N. Parekh, Shri N.T. Rama Rao, Shri Vinod K. Chaudhary, Shri Kurian Matthew, Shri Rafiq Iqbal, Shri P.S. Krishnan, Shri Ram Sharma Chandru, Shri Raman Raj Sood, Mr. Naval H. Mehta, and yes, let's have all of you, ladies and gentlemen, let's have a warm round of applause as we present the Presidential Cup. And now, ladies and gentlemen, may I request Shri Arif Mohammad Khan to present this wonderful trophy to Mr. Sailesh Bhatia as a convener of this 21st Biennial Convention. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause, please. Also, ladies and gentlemen, we are truly pleased to have the presence of Joint Secretary, Energy Security and Investment and Technology Promotion, Shri Prabhat Kumar. May I please request Captain Piyush Sinha to please come on stage and honor Shri Prabhat Kumar. And let's have a warm round of applause as we are truly honored to have the presence of Shri Prabhat Kumar. And on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I now request our honorable dignitaries to please take their seats. We can already notice this is a celebration of the 100 years of cinema. Now, as we're talking about celebrations, we must also acknowledge the support of those wonderful sponsors who have come together to put this wonderful convention in a beautiful manner. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are now about to honor the sponsors. I'd like to invite on stage Mr. Shantanu Bhadkamkar as well as Mr. Raman Raj Sood to please come on stage. So, ladies and gentlemen, firstly, we are about to honor the sponsors, and the sponsor for the valedictory session was Ameya Logistics. So, could we please have a representative from Ameya Logistics to please come on stage to receive the memento? And that means that we'll have to keep the applause going for the rest of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. Lanyard sponsor, Softlink. Ladies and gentlemen, Lanyard sponsors Softlink Global Private Limited. Hospitality, Sattva High-Tech and Convair Private Limited. The delegate kit was sponsored by Container Corporation of India Limited. Could we have a representative from Sattva High-Tech and also from Container Corporation of India Limited, please? We'll proceed next. Official media partner, ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Daily Shipping Times. Knowledge partner, BMR Advisors. Network partner, Maritime Gateway. Print media partner, Cargo Connect. And Cargo Talk. Print media partner Cargo Connect and Cargo Talk. Also, ladies and gentlemen, our cocktail sponsors, Hyderabad Menzies Air Cargo Private Limited and Menzies Aviation Boba Private Limited. And gala dinner sponsor is Indev Logistics Private Limited. Ladies and gentlemen, gala dinner sponsor, Indev Logistics Private Limited. And now we are about to present the mementos to our office bearers as well as convention committee members. Firstly, may I invite, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. V.S. Pradeep. We'll keep that applause going, ladies and gentlemen. Mr. A.V. Vijay Kumar. Mr. Nilesh Gandhi. Mr. A.R. Ramaraj. We have with us Mr. Nilesh Gandhi. Mr. A.R. Ramaraj. Mr. Philip C.C. Mr. Narendra Prabhakar. Mr. Amit Kamath.